Hello there, and thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Laura-Lea, and I'm an independent consultant and executive area manager with Arbonne International. More importantly, though, I am an advocate for empowered, healthy living, and that is exactly why I'm here today to chat with you about the Arbonne Essentials 30 Days to Healthy Living program. So please, after you're done here, thank the person who invited you to take a look at this call. I hope you walk away from here feeling empowered and finding that the Arbonne Essentials 30-day program is something that would be a fit for you and your lifestyle. I have only one major request, and that's to use your common sense and listen to your body. I'm not a licensed medical professional, and I'm not here to diagnose or treat or prescribe any illness or health issue. The advice provided here should not be construed as medical advice, and recognize that this presentation is created by me. I did this just for you guys. It's not official material provided or prepared by Arbonne. It's really my wish for you that you do feel empowered when you walk away from this presentation to take responsibility for your own health and wellness. So the first thing I want you to do is ask yourself if you resonate with any of these things here. Do you carry excess body fat? Are you feeling fatigued? Are there 3 or 4 items on this list that you really resonate with? If you do find that 3 or more of these things are feelings that you're used to experiencing, then it's more than likely that you have toxins in your body that you need to eliminate. We ingest toxins in our bodies in 3 major ways. Number 1, through our lungs. Number 2, through our skin, and number 3, through our mouths. So this presentation, of course, is specifically focused on number 3. We're going to talk about removing toxins from our diets and then flushing those toxins effectively from our body. The problem with toxins is most people are focused on losing weight or losing that excess fat. And this is really just one of the things that are caused by a toxic environment or an acidic environment in the body. Toxins are really responsible for creating inflammatory disease in general. Everything from excess body fat to cancer to type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, and autoimmune diseases. The list goes on. And unfortunately, this list is just a small sampling. There's certainly some of the more common ones. So if you or anyone you know or love is experiencing some of these symptoms, this would be a great presentation to share with them to just give a little bit more insight and perhaps empower them to take a look a little bit further into taking care of their health. So removing toxins from our bodies is done in 3 different ways. There's 3 steps. Number 1, we need to avoid or eliminate acidic, allergenic, and addictive foods. Okay, so these are pretty well the foods that you crave, right? Sugar, alcohol, caffeine. They're not things that we like withdrawing from. It's not the funnest experience, but these are things that certainly create a really toxic environment in the body and an acidic environment in the body. Cattle meat products, of course, are the factory farms or the concentrated animal feeding operations. These are foods that we want to eliminate from our diet as much as possible to help create a healthier environment inside the body. Step 2 is then adding in more alkaline forming foods. Now, of course, this isn't, brand new information. This is things that we knew as a child. They were things that our parents said to us just in a different way, right? You can't leave the table until you finish your broccoli. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, right? The alkaline forming foods are whole plant-based foods that come from nature. Vegetables, always as many green vegetables as possible. A limited number of fruits, lemon, limes, and berries, of course, create an alkaline environment and are low glycemic. We really look at the 30 Days to Healthy Living plan with Arbonne, using low glycemic foods in order to keep a stable blood sugar. That's a real key component of this 30 Days to Healthy Living plan. And of course, incorporating healthy fats, mostly plant-based, and really kind of flipping the status quo on its head. And I think something I know, especially with my generation, and I'm 34 years old, we're always scared of fat. The thing is, our bodies love fat. We love healthy fats. It is a fuel source for our body. And once we feed our bodies the proper fat, it's a really, really great source of food that our body thrives on. Step 3 is to add in proper supplementation. And I think this is a step that a lot of people overlook. They think, well, I'll cut out the bad food, I'll add in the good food, and that's enough for me to get healthy. Adding in the plant-based supplements like Arbonne provides helps your body thrive rather than survive. Because unfortunately, we're competing with things now like even soil contamination, right? Soil is turned over a lot more quickly now. It unfortunately doesn't absorb the nutrients it used to even 50 years ago. So the amount of spinach, for instance, that you need to consume to get the amount of calcium you would require in your recommended daily intake is a lot more spinach than you would have needed to consume even 50 years ago. So these supplements, of course, then help us with the nutrient uptake, which is the nutrients that our body absorbs. And that's really a really crucial part of creating a thriving body for yourself. So once you are supplementing with the Arbonne Essentials line, you are really eliminating those toxins, right? When we talk about those acidic, allergenic, and addictive foods, those are things that are all free from in the Arbonne Essentials line, right? No pesticides, hormones, or antibiotics, no refined sugars, artificial flavors, and sweeteners. This is all whole food, plant-based goodness. The first thing we want to look at is hitting that reset button. We want to detoxify our body to boost elimination. And it's really important to know that there's no starvation required here, okay? So you don't need to fast for a week or cut out a whole bunch of stuff. You're not going to be living at home for a week. It's nothing like that. Our 7-day body cleanse helps to gently and safely detoxify and optimize fat loss, okay? So this 7-day body cleanse can be done either before your 30 days to healthy living plan, or some people like to incorporate it during the 3rd week. What you want to do is speak to the consultant who invited you onto this call, figure out what your goals are, and do what's best suited for your body. The 7-day body cleanse can be consumed in a couple of different ways. You can, and this is what I would recommend for beginners or people who fear that they might have more of a toxic environment in their body, and that's to dilute it in a full liter of water and consume it throughout the day for 7 days. While consuming this slowly, you are going to have a more gentle effect on your body over the 7 days. If you are a more avid clean eater and you are not a beginner by any means, more advanced, you can go ahead and dilute this in just 8 ounces at the end of your day. If you are regularly detoxifying, you can do that at the end of each day for 7 days, and that again will do a nice gentle cleanse of the body. This 7-day cleanse should be done no more than once every 3 months. The next thing that is really important, and I think really what separates the Arbonne Essentials 30-day plan from a lot of other plans, is that we really focus on teaching you how to eat real food. Food is certainly the main gig here, right? So step 2 to eliminating those toxins is taking in what I like to call the essential plate. And the essential plate can show up in many different forms, as you can see in the picture here. But the general guidelines for this is you want to make sure that half of your plate has green veggies. Always choose organic where available. This, of course, isn't a deal breaker if it's not organic, but you want to make sure it's organic whenever you have the opportunity so that you're taking in fewer pesticides and then fewer toxins, right? Things like kale, chard, spinach, broccoli, cucumbers, asparagus, all really great options to get that good green nutrition into your body. You want to have a fist-sized serving of protein, okay? So you're going to take your hand and look at the palm of your hand. Everybody has a different size palm in their hand. That is a really good indication of how much your individual body needs for a protein serving per meal. You always want to make sure that this is wild or free-range, organic, grass-fed, whenever possible, again, to limit the amount of toxins going into your body. You want to have 1/8 of a plate of healthy carbohydrates. This is rice, quinoa, sweet potato, beets, carrots, green apples, berries. These are really good examples of healthy carbohydrates. And of course, 1/8 of a plate of good, healthy, clean fats. Don't fear the fats. We don't want to skimp out on the fats. If you're cutting the fat because you think that will help you lose any excess fat in your body more quickly, that's a little bit reverse, right? Clean, healthy fats are a great fuel source for your body. So add them into your diet. Make sure they're the clean, healthy versions, plant-based whenever possible. Raw, unfiltered, organic olive oils, avocado, first press, coconut oils, things like that are what you want to look at incorporating into your diet. Again, on our Facebook group, which I'll talk about a little bit further later on, these are all things that we include on the grocery list, and we talk about a little bit more in depth so you can determine the healthy fats that are best suited for your body. Then what we're going to do is supplement the essential plate, right? So we look at eating the proper whole clean foods, and then we're going to replace 1 to 2 meals a day with a protein shake. Whether you do 1 meal or 2 meal replacements is really dependent on your goals. So if fat loss is something that is a key element that you're looking at, then you're going to want to replace 2 meals a day with a shake. This is so that you're getting the optimal nutrient uptake with a limited number of calories and carbohydrates per serving. So all of our protein shakes incorporate 20 grams of vegan protein that have a complete amino acid profile. This is a blend of brown rice, cranberry, and split pea. Again, like all of our products, also gluten-free. And then we have an option to add in your boost. The protein boost is one of our newest products, definitely one of my favorites. I am a lover of the protein boost because it only has 3 ingredients: the protein from rice, split peas, and cranberry. That's it. It's certainly not flavor free. However, it is free from added flavor, meaning you're still going to get that subtle grainy flavor of the proteins that are the plants that the proteins are sourced from, but you're not getting any extra flavor on top of that. This is a wonderful protein to add into your existing protein shake, to throw into some soups, into some sauces, any smoothies that you're blending. If you're not doing the 30-day program and you are into the maintenance mode or the beyond part of the program, or simply just looking to incorporate more protein into your diet, this is a great product to blend right into your morning cup of coffee. And during the 30 days to healthy living, on that note of the coffee, we want to try and eliminate the acidic caffeine sources from our diet. And so to do that, we're going to be incorporating the fizz sticks. The Arbonne Energy fizz sticks are a good, clean source of fuel. They're alkaline forming and all natural. The caffeine source comes from green tea and ginseng, a real good source of complex B vitamins and chromium, great for brain health. You've only got 10 calories and 0 carbs here. I'm not a huge fan of counting carbs and calories, but this is a great note for anybody who does find those numbers important to them. A very calm energy is what you're going to get from the fizz sticks. So it's not one of those things where it gives you wings and then you're crashing a few hours later. There's a couple of ways that you can consume the fizz sticks. Number one, in a full liter of water, which is what I love. It gives a nice added flavor to the water and really encourages you to drink more water throughout the day. If you are trying to kick a serious caffeine habit, if you are a coffee drinker in the morning, you're going to want to add this to an 8-ounce glass of water. This provides more of a fizzy drink, okay? So it gives you that caffeine kick a little bit more quickly. And also if you are trying to take pop out of your life, if pop or soda is something that you find that you are trying to eliminate from your life, adding it into an 8-ounce glass of water gives you that nice fizzy drink and gives you that feeling that you probably are craving. The next thing we want to do is support our elimination organs, right? So once we've removed toxins from our diet and we're taking in good, clean food, we then need to help push those existing toxins out of our body. The herbal tea from Arbonne is really fantastic at doing this. And there are 2 different ways that I suggest consuming the herbal tea. Number one, obviously drink it hot, exactly like it is. Steep that bag in the water and drink it nice and hot. Or if you're not a fan of hot teas or herbal teas, my husband is one of those people. What we did for him was that we steeped it the night before, put it in the fridge, and then the next day we squeezed some lemon in it, sometimes putting a fizz stick in there so that it's more of an iced tea, more of a fruity flavor and something that he nursed throughout the day. If you're a brand new beginner and you are just learning how to eliminate toxins from your diet, I do suggest having this tea in the morning and then in the evening. Later on, you can start rolling into just having this once a day, morning or evening. We then want to add in the fiber boost, and I say this with caution. A lot of people don't get the recommended daily intake of fiber, so you need to ease into fiber slowly. So a scoop a day is what you want to work your way up to over the course of about a 2-week period, okay? So when you're starting, go with just a 1/4 scoop is my recommendation. And then again, over those 2 weeks, you're going to stretch from a 1/4 scoop to a full scoop per serving. What's great about the fiber boost, of course, it's from plant-based fruits and vegetable pectin. It's flavorless, it's odorless, you can dilute it right in water. If you do happen to experience some gas or bloating, this is usually because of 2 reasons. Number one, you might have drank it too fast, or number 2, your body isn't used to the fiber. And this is why we want to ease into it nice and slowly. I would say that most clients do tend to like throwing this right into their protein shake. It's probably the simplest way to consume the fiber boost. But again, you can just dilute this in water if that is something you prefer, and make sure to always do it slowly. Of course, my favorite thing is always making sure that you're incorporating some greens, because most people don't get enough greens. So Arbonne created this amazing greens balance just last year, and this quickly won my heart over as one of my top 5 favorite products, because we always can use more greens in our diets. This is almost one of those things where I throw moderation out the window and I just put greens in my body at every turn. A scoop of this gives you a full serving of vegetables. And what's great, even though it looks green, it's got a full rainbow of fruits and vegetables. I love recommending to my clients that they put a scoop of this into every protein shake. But again, you can scoop this into so many different recipes. I personally love it with just in water or with a fizz stick. I've stirred it into soups and sauces and hid it for my kids. I've put it in pancakes, so many different options to incorporate this greens balance into your life. So I definitely recommend that you add this into your life. So now that we've covered sort of the main players in the 30 Days to Healthy Living program, let's take a look at a summary, right? A day in the life with the 30-day program, what it looks like for 30 days in a row. In the morning, you're going to start with that cup of herbal tea to help flush the toxins from the day before. Then you're going to have a fizz stick if you find you need caffeine. So if you are a regular coffee drinker, if that's sort of how you start off your day every day out of habit, don't even question it. Just go ahead and have that fizz stick right away. Give yourself that healthy caffeine that you need. Of course, this isn't an acidic caffeine. It's something that's going to go into your body and create a little bit of alkalinity with those fizz sticks and just give you that little bit of boost that you might need, especially in the beginning as your body is detoxifying from those other acidic sources of caffeine and sugar. For breakfast, you want to have an essential plate or a protein shake, again, depending on your goals. And the snack mid-morning is something I really want you to think about here. This 30-day program is all about learning about and listening to your body. So if you're reaching for a mid-morning snack around that 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock hour because you're just used to reaching for a snack, I want you to take a step back and really ask yourself if you're hungry. Is your tummy talking to you and saying, give me food now? Or is it just the habit of grabbing for something? Okay, if you're not 100% sure, grab a glass of water with a fizz stick in it and see if that does it for you. If your body really is hungry, go ahead and reach for that snack. In the afternoon, at least 4 hours after breakfast, right, we want to give our body time to digest that food and assimilate the nutrients. We want to go out and have lunch, right? Again, an essential plate or a protein shake. And then mid-afternoon, we want to have another snack only if your body is actually hungry. In the evening, we're going to have dinner, again, an essential plate or a protein shake. Remember, we're having 2 essential plates and 1 protein shake a day, or 2 protein shakes and 1 essential plate. And then we want to have a cup of herbal tea before we go to bed. The daily intermittent fasting part of this is a really important part of the program because this maximizes your efforts, okay? This part might sound scary to a lot of people. If this just made you hold your breath, do not fret. I assure you, the intermittent fasting happens while you're sleeping. It's not one of those situations where you're fasting for 24 hours and you're starving and you don't know what to do with yourself. Studies have proven over and over and over that intermittent fasting is a really, really helpful way to optimize your diet. And because we do the bulk of this while we're sleeping, it makes it a little bit easier. You want there to be 12 hours between your last meal one day and then your next meal the following day. Why is this important? It takes about 4 to 8 hours for your body to digest the food you ate. And then we want to give your body another 4 solid hours to give a real deep clean to your system. Again, this really optimizes your body's ability to release fat and release those excess toxins. So giving yourself those 12 hours is really helpful. Having pure water or even the herbal tea during those 12 hours is no problem. We want to avoid any food, even the fizz sticks, during those 12 hours overnight. Throughout the day, we want to make sure that we're incorporating 2 to 3 liters of water with up to 3 fizz sticks. Again, adding some lemons or limes for extra alkalinity is a good bonus. A really great way to determine how much water your individual body needs is to take your body weight, divide it in half, and that's the number of ounces of water you need per day to flush the toxins. So for example, if you weigh 100 pounds, cutting that number in half is 50. You would need 50 ounces of water a day to help flush those toxins from your body. So one of the things I need to mention as well, if you're working out, make sure that you're getting extra protein. So if you're exercising on a daily basis, after your exercise, you want to make sure that you are incorporating another protein shake or another 20 grams of protein from a whole food source, a good clean fuel source. This is important because your muscles need that fuel to help them recover. So don't feel like you're getting yourself ahead of the game by cutting out the protein. If you're thinking, I'll just do the 3 meals a day, and by working out and not having another fuel source after, I'm doing my body a favor. I'll just lose fat that much more quickly. It tends to actually work in reverse. If you work out and you starve your body of that needed nutrition, it may hold on to the excess fat. So we definitely don't want to do that. Go ahead and make sure you have another protein shake or a whole food source of 20 grams of absorbable protein after your workout in addition to this 30-day plan. So if you think you're digging this 30-day plan and you want to take a look a little bit further, your next step is really to commit, right? Decide what your start date is going to be. Of course, we have a big intake on the first Monday of every month with our Arbonne group on Facebook, the 30 Days to Healthy Living community. So if you want to do this with a big crew of people, that's a great time to start. But I encourage you, don't wait. There is no real particular time that's the right time. The right time for you is when it feels right. You want to clear out the temptations and distractions from your kitchen. You want to utilize those shopping lists and recipes to plan ahead and stock up. And you want to order a product from your consultant. So whoever invited you to this call, make sure you get ahead of the game, contact them and see what's involved in ordering your 30 Days to Healthy Living plan. You're going to experience a step-by-step how-to guide from Arbonne, and of course, a community that is just going to wrap their virtual arms around you and take care of you and help you through the next 30 days to healthy living, and then of course, beyond. Recognize that you are worth it. You have to love yourself. And I speak from experience when I tell you that the more you take time to love yourself, the better equipped you are to take care of the people around you that you love the most. Plus, guys, we have a 45-day money-back guarantee. Seriously, it doesn't get easier than this. So the 30 Days to Healthy Living plan has everything that you need in terms of supplements. It gives you 2 bags of protein. It gives you a pack of the fiber, some fizz sticks, a container of the omega-3 tablets. Remember, we talked about healthy fats, 2 boxes of the herbal tea, the 7-day cleanse to give you that extra toxic elimination, and then of course the 30 Days to Healthy Living guide and beyond. We of course include this virtually on our Facebook community group for you. There's 2 different Arbonne special value packs. One incorporates the regular protein shake. The other incorporates the meal replacement shake. Of course, you're going to chat with your consultant to determine which shake is best for you. But really the easiest way to consider this, the regular protein shake has fewer calories, fewer carbohydrates. This is a great option to just add to water if you're on the fly after a workout. You don't really need to do anything to it. Or if you're using it as a meal replacement option, if you are blending this with other ingredients in a blender. So for instance, one of my favorite shakes is the chocolate protein shake, adding in some spinach and the greens and the fiber boost, some almond butter, some chia seeds, making sure that I'm getting those extra calories and carbohydrates from whole food sources, still getting my 20 grams of protein from the protein shake. If you're an on-the-fly eater, if you are adding the protein to water only and you find yourself busy on a regular basis and you have no interest in using a blender, you definitely want to go ahead and use the meal replacement protein instead of the regular protein. This is a little bit more expensive, but this is because it has more ingredients in it, right? It's higher calorie content, higher carbohydrate content, incorporating, of course, if you are versus the regular protein where you're adding things to the blender. So really at the end of the day, it makes no difference cost-wise if you're adding in the whole food ingredients to the regular protein shake or just adding the meal replacement shake to water. If you're not looking at the 30-day plan, maybe you just want to incorporate more helpful options into your diet, better, cleaner supplements. Speak to your consultant about the various options. Maybe you just want to do a 2-week kickstart. You can take a look at the 2-week essentials kit, which gets you started with a few things that you need to do the first 2 weeks. This value isn't as high as the Arbonne Special Value Pack, which is a 40% discount. The 2-week essentials kit gives you a 20% discount nonetheless and gives you what you need to get yourself started. We have the Workout Warrior program, which is a great special value pack that Arbonne created for people that work out on a regular basis and are hitting the gym hard. If you have extra challenges, again, chat with your consultant and look at the different things that we have that will help with different things like, again, if you're busy, this program is really, really huge for busy people because we're all on the fly, right? We're all living our lives moment to moment and things happen, right? Sometimes we get stuck in traffic or a late meeting or we're stuck at the arena or the dance studio with our kids and we need something on the fly. I always call it when you're hangry, you need something quickly. And most often those quick things have us ending up in a drive-through that we don't want to be in, right? So something like the Arbonne Essentials protein bars are a great thing to keep in your purse or in your desk or in your backpack. Somewhere handy that's going to avoid you from driving through a drive-through and putting silly things into your mouth. We have the Fit Chews, which are super helpful for mid-afternoon cravings. The Full Control and Thermo Booster is a great bonus to this program if fat loss is something that you're looking at focusing on. And of course, the Protein Boost, which we talked about earlier, to incorporate more protein into your diet. So once again, thank you so much for taking the time to get onto this call. And again, thank the person that invited you here. I'm really happy that you took some time for yourself to learn about what healthy living is all about. If I can answer any questions for you, you can find me at Level Up Now on Facebook, or of course, speak to the person that invited you here. I hope you make the rest of today an amazing one, and I hope to see you soon.